How's it going, everyone? ND Sean 45 coming at you. Now, some of you are probably scratching your heads right now wondering, who are you and who was that guy that we saw in the video last night? Well, a part of me doesn't blame you for thinking that, but it's been a full 24 hours. I've had a good amount of time to let it all sink in and calm down. But before I go any further in this video, let me make one thing perfectly clear. This is not an apology video. So if that's what any of you who tune into this video were expecting to see, you're not going to get it. You're going to be sorely disappointed. I stand by everything that I said in last night's video 100%, and I apologize for nothing. Notre Dame got screwed. That call by the ref at the end was bogus. There was no foul committed, and we were screwed out of a victory on Saturday night, and I stand by that, and I will continue to say so. As far as the cussing goes, and I had one person, I forget the screen name right off the back, but they left me a comment last night saying, "Well, gee, Sean, that was very un-Catholic-like of you to be doing all that cussing." Well, to that dude, if you happen to catch this video, number one, I'm not Catholic. I'm Missouri Synod Lutheran. Thank you very much. And number two, you're right. You are absolutely right. All that cursing that I did last night was very unchristian-like, but at the same time, I am human, just like everybody else. I have emotions like everybody else. I'm not perfect. And even though I'm a Christian, that doesn't mean that I'm an angel, okay? I'm not saying that's an excuse for the cursing, because that is true. That's not what I usually do in these videos. I mean, those of you who've been watching me for forever, for as long as I've been on here, you know what my videos are like. I don't curse a lot, but hey, like I said, the emotion was high on Saturday night. And even though I'm Christian, I'm no angel. Not an excuse, just a fact. The one thing, though, that I do apologize for, so there is one thing that I do have to make an apology for. That was the part when I referred to Jameis Winston as Crab Legs Winston. That was, that's something after I rewatched the video that I do regret. Should not have said it. We've all heard the crab leg jokes nonstop since it happened, and even though I'm no fan of Winston's, even I get sick of the crab legs jokes, and unfortunately, in the heat of the moment, I fell right into it, and that part I do regret, and that part I do apologize for, because it wasn't his fault, and to anyone who thought I was bad-mouthing Florida State, it wasn't their fault either. That video last night was strictly about the bogus call by the ref at the end that screwed Notre Dame out of a victory. But other than that, and I even said this in the video last night, I give Florida State all the credit in the world. They're a good football team, and I never said otherwise. So to anyone who does say that and say that I said otherwise, you're full of crap. I never said anything negative towards Florida State themselves. Just that the ending result was bullcrap by the ref. Had nothing to do with Florida State. But no, it just was a really good football game last night that was ruined by a horrible call. And that's what I got caught up in. But if anything, one of the main reasons I'm making this video right now is 660 views and close to 100 comments. I would be lying if I said that didn't get my attention a little bit. Now, granted, of those close to 100 comments, a decent chunk of them are mine from responding to people. But when I see those kind of numbers, that's rare for me. Okay, I never get 660 views in less than 24 hours. It just doesn't happen. The only times that has ever happened is when I was in the message board wars from a few years ago. So when I saw those numbers, it makes me wonder, gee, what message board have I pissed off now? I mean, from the 5 years I've been doing these videos, you never know how you're gonna, you know how you go viral, but you never know where all your videos are gonna end up. So it's gonna be interesting to see when these viewing stats come out in the next day or so. Oh shoot, where was I going with this? So needless to say, like I said, I would be lying if I said that didn't get my attention a little bit. I can't say I'm completely surprised because I guess word has really started to travel fast when a video comes out, big game like that. So a part of me surprised, but a part of me is not surprised, if that makes any sense. But as it stands, I got well, anyone can go to the video and see the comment section, but I got all sorts of walks of life. Got some a lot of supporters, a lot of you who view my videos regularly coming on and commenting, which I appreciate. Some people that I disagree with, but at least they were rational and could view it from both sides of that call and were not morons. And then of course you get the true internet warriors who are the morons. But honestly, regardless if it was hateful or not, the comments, I don't take them personally anymore. At least not like I did when I first started doing these videos 5 years ago. But some of you haters, you guys get really comical after a while. Some of the stuff that I read from your hate comments and all that. I mean, the funny part is I'm a nobody who has zero celebrity to him whatsoever, but yet some people actually waste their time to come on a video like this from a person like me and insult me and try to break me and ruin me. That I find hilarious. But anyway, the main point of this video is I had a few things that I wanted to add on. For those of you who were saying that I don't know the rules of football and that I don't know half of what I'm talking about and I need to educate myself on the game, blah, 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 you're an idiot, Sean. Take a look at this link that I'm going to have posted below, and that'll explain everything. And, for those of you who did leave those comments to me saying that I don't know the game of football and I don't know the rules and that it was the right call, blah, 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 what about this? And this. And this. Okay? Where's all the flags on those? Now, tell me this. If what our receiver did was a foul, then where were the flags thrown on the Florida State defenders? I've had people telling me you can't do a pick this, blah, blah, blah. The receivers weren't running the routes. Well, it's a little hard for our receivers to run their routes when they are being held. Okay? Case in point right there. I don't care if you're a Notre Dame hater or not. If you don't see a problem with that, with what those FSU defenders were doing, then clearly you're the ones who need to be educated on the game of football, not me. Okay? So I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, look, I get it. If you're a Notre Dame hater or a Florida State fan, fine. Be happy that Notre Dame lost and that your team won the game. Fine, I get it. But don't be stupid about it and ignore the obvious. I mean, stuff like that ruins football. I mean, you got referees who like to take over the game, like and I forget the head ref's name, but a buddy of mine pointed out to me that it was the same ref who screwed us in the game against Pittsburgh last season. Him and his crew were the same ones on Saturday night. But referees who try to take over games and fans who ignore the obvious, that stuff right there ruins sports. So that's really all I have to say to you guys. I don't regret anything that I said in the previous video. I stand by all that I said. I'm not sorry for it, aside from the Winston comment that I made. So, thankfully we didn't drop that far down in the polls, I think to number 7, I believe. So we're still in good shape. But, that's it, guys. And, of course, it is official. I had to recheck the schedule. The Irish do have a bye week this upcoming week, so there will be no other videos. So with that, I will catch you guys for the preview to the next Notre Dame game. So until then, as always, go Irish, baby. Still a lot of season to be played yet.